If you've ever had your Secreto turn out dry, today that ends. Because this cut, when done right, is insane. Stay, because the trick isn't the meat, it's the moment you touch it. Today in Saladalandia, pork Secreto, but made in the simplest way possible. No weird sauces, no oven, just meat and common sense. Because if you mess with the meat too much, it gets angry. By the way, since I have the piece here, do you usually cook it whole or in pieces? First step, very important, and it happens here. Take the meat out of the fridge. We'll do this 20 to 30 minutes before cooking it. No need for more time. Don't take it out an hour before or more. 20 or 30 minutes is enough. We don't want it to be cold inside or just sitting around the kitchen. Pay attention to this detail, paper towels. You have to dry the meat very well on both sides. Absorb as much moisture as you can, because if it's wet on the outside, the meat won't fry, it'll boil. So instead of browning, it boils. Notice that we have a paper towel underneath, another on top, and I make sure to press them really well so that all the moisture is absorbed by the paper and the meat is completely dry. So the nice browning starts here, not in the pan. We're going to use a large pan and a black non-stick one so nothing sticks and it's even easier. The trick to getting it right is to make sure it's really, really hot, like not just warm, but truly hot. First, I heat it up for a couple of minutes empty, then add a drop of oil. And if it doesn't sizzle, we've done something wrong. So at least 2 or 3 minutes heating up on high heat, and then a couple of drops of oil. And I like to spread it well so the whole pan is nicely coated, making sure there's nothing that's going to stick. Now we add the meat. But we don't touch it. If we touch it, we ruin it. The mistake is moving it every 5 seconds. And if you move it, it doesn't brown. This isn't a croquette, it's Secreto. I'm telling you, 2 or 3 minutes on each side in high heat. And now, 2 or 3 minutes on the other side. And now we flip it over again. Final cooking, depending on its thickness. Since this one is quite thick, 5 or 6 minutes on each side, lowering the heat quite a bit. That's the trick. Also, a generous splash of oil now, which you can spread with a spoon or a brush to coat the meat well. The salt now, so it doesn't release moisture. That detail is fundamental, and if it's coarse, even better. Better. Listen to the sizzling. It already smells wonderful. It smells so good in here. It already smells like really good barbecue. And now I'm going to give it the last turn. So we take the piece of meat. Look, this works out great for me. Has it ever happened to you that you pick up the meat and, thanks to the fat, it comes stuck together in 2 pieces? With pork skirt steak, that's very normal. And what you have to do is just leave it alone. It's fine. It hasn't been cooked wrong. You just have to put this last part, that piece of meat facing down, and let it finish cooking. Hasn't that happened to you more than once? Now you just have to take it out, put it on a plate, and let it rest. That detail makes the difference because I'm going to loosely cover it with a piece of aluminum foil. I'm telling you this because it should be loose, so air can get in, so it's not completely sealed. Look, I'll show you now. This is ready now, so I'll take the opportunity to ask, what's your favorite cut of pork? Because I'm sure you have an opinion. And as I said, put the meat on a plate and let it rest for 5 minutes. But make sure to cover it with aluminum foil. I don't press it down because I want air to circulate. It's simple. If you cut the meat now, the juices inside would escape, which is exactly what we don't want. If you wait a little, the juices stay inside the meat. Letting it rest is like cooking without fire when it's time to cut. Always against the grain. That's the way to make the meat juicier. This is when you know if you did it right or not. Juicy, tender, this tastes like real meat. This with bread is dangerous. What are you gonna have it with? Potatoes, peppers, salad. Tell me down here in the comments and give me some ideas, because I'm sure I'll learn something from you. Super quick summary. Meat out of the fridge, pan very, very hot. Don't touch, take it out and let it rest. Keep this method because it works with almost any kind of meat. Simple cooking, well done, and without complications. This is Saladalandia. If you make it like this, please tell me how it turned out for you.